I remember being really excited for this game back in the day, taking on the role of Indy and swinging into action on my Commodore 64, following the plot of the blockbusting sequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark quite closely. As Indiana Jones, you have to find the Sankara Stone, rescue the imprisoned children from the village Mayapur, thus restoring tranquility to this remote region in the mountains of India. Looking through the game we see here, beginning with level 1, it doesn't appear to have changed tremendously to the arcade version other than the obvious graphical differences. In fact, this is a fairly absorbing little platform kind of game, in which you have to rescue 8 children trapped behind cages throughout a cave network linked by ladders and ledges, as well as posts that you can attach your whip to and swing across, Tarzan style. To rescue the kids, Indy simply flicks his whip at the bars of the cage and they rise up. At the foot of the screen, you will see how many kids are held captive, and each time you release a cage, the number decreases, showing how many remain. Using the trusty whip is definitely the most fun part of the game, and is also used to attack the thugs that patrol the cave, who are persistent zombie-like characters clad in orange overalls. They look quite effective, but are not that difficult to beat once you get the technique right, with the knack being to keep on whipping them when they are on the ground to make them fall off the side of the platform. It's quite good fun scrapping with these enemies and other nasties that are scattered through the cave complex, like the snakes, bats and wizards who throw things at you. There are also skeletons set into the wall that you can swing your whip at to earn bonus points. When you have rescued all the children, you can then find the entrance to the mineshaft. The mineshaft scene in the film won awards for the special effects, and was possibly one of my favourite 80s movie action sequences ever made. Brings me back to being a kid and just loving this adventure. I also recognise the little dude, Short Round, from the film The Goonies, which was definitely my ultimate favourite film growing up. It's a shame then that this part of the game in level 2 for the Commodore 64 won't win any such awards. The graphics leave a lot to be desired, and the gameplay fails to recreate the panic and excitement of the original coin-op, which we'll see here. This is the shortest part of the game, and is simply a ride in a minecart down a broken track. When you come to a break in the track, leaning over will avoid disaster, but may bring you into range of the thuggy guards or into the path of the pursuing cart. This is an all or nothing sort of stage, as taking a wrong turn will cost you a life. I've got to admit that it was here I used to get incredibly frustrated as a kid, but once you've learnt the route, it really is a doddle. Level 3 places you inside the Temple of Doom itself. This is your chance to reach the Sankara Stone. Yeah, a little disappointed with the lack of colour there. Ah, that's better. Again, you don't need to be super skilled to get through this part of the game. It's simply a matter of fighting off more of these orange-clad enemies and dodging or whipping the fireballs thrown by a wizard who appears on screen every so often. It doesn't end here though, as now you have to pretty much do it all again and rescue 2 further stones. Once you've collected 3 stones, you face off against Mola Ram at the end of a bridge. You can't actually attack him, but reaching him sends you off to a bonus stage, which is purely just about point building, until all your lives are gone, making the game essentially endless, and at this stage, a little dull. Admittedly, this is a decent conversion of the original arcade, in the sense that none of the essential elements have been left out. However, there are question marks to be had about the actual content and quality of the game in the first place. I reckon the game desperately needed 3 or 4 more levels, then it would have probably been a classic. Mind you, a decent conversion all the same. If you are an ardent Indiana Jones fan, you may have to add this to your collection. Or maybe you already played this before as a kid and have some good nostalgic memories from this game. Let me know in the comments section, and please don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks for watching, guys. There were a good few Indiana Jones games that came out for the Commodore 64, which included The Lost Kingdom, The Last Crusade, and The Fate of Atlantis, which will be added as part of a series. Stick around and maybe even consider subscribing to the channel to follow me on this epic journey to revisit some classic games for the computer we love. Thanks once again for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Until then, bye for now.